With the new update inside of Fish and us having a new level cap, as you see, max level, I am currently that, and I can prove that by using the new best rod, which is going to be the cinder block. Now, I'm not going to use this because this rod, low key, is a bit of a troll rod if you don't know, but so I'm not going to use it. So one thing to note is the best ways you can be getting levels, XP, all of that. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best ways to grind XP, the best ways I use to grind XP, and all of that. So starting off with the first thing, we're going to be using a pretty simple method, which I'm gonna have a few different versions. First, obviously, we're using the aquariums. If you're not already using the aquariums, you're kind of wasting your time. So you can see I can make around 760,000 XP an hour, and I don't even have that high of a level of an aquarium. I know plenty of people with way better stuff than me, and they make way better, rates, but nonetheless, that does not change the fact you can still make a ton of XP using that. And if you consider the levels do obviously get harder, but if you can keep up with it by getting millions of XP, you're gonna be set. Now, the next thing is going to be what you need to do. So first things first is whenever there are admin abuse events, one of the main stats that's going to be increased is the server XP luck. Now, the reason why I was able to get max level so fast is I was like, just usually before the update comes out, I like to save my aquarium claims in case they do, increase that and all that, like levels and whatnot. So I saved my aquariums and I was able to claim, I think it was nearly 10 million or so, like from here. And I claimed 10 million, right? And I had the 5 times on it. So I ended up getting 50 million XP. And I mean, that skyrocketed, bro. So you pretty much just want to use basic stuff like that. And another thing is the fish you're actually catching during admin abuse. Once again, you want to make sure you're doing this I would recommend getting some rod you're comfortable with catching and then getting the clever enchant on it. Now, if you don't know what this means, this will allow you to get a 2.25x increase on the luck, or not luck, the XP you actually gain with that rod. So if you get a perfect catch, that'll double the XP. And then if you have that enchant on it, it'll double, a bit over double that. And then you can also use cosmic relics to get the wise enchant, which will also give you an extra 1.2. So then you'll be looking at a bit higher than that. So overall, really, really broken. Now, there are rods that do, increase the luck you get or the XP, something like the wisdom rod. I mean, realistically, the wisdom rod, if you do want to do that, it's not too great because, it's just a bad rod in general. Mine is 0.2 control. So this one, if you want to get it, 5% plus XP for every perfect catch streak, caps at 80%, can't go below 0. So pretty much what this means is if you fail to get a perfect catch, it's going to go down 10%. So you can get to 80%, fail, and it'll go down to, 70% or whatever, but you'll still get, the boosted XP. So one thing to note is you can use this rod with clever, with wise, all those enchants on it during admin abuse, and so on, and just stack this up. Or you can do this normally on mythics and all that, exotics. The best spot, in my opinion, for grinding XP, this is also on the official Fish Wikipedia. The best spot shown for grinding XP is going to be the Carrot Garden or the Blue Moon. So if you don't know how to get to the Carrot Garden, I'll show you that in a second. You should probably hopefully know where the Blue Moon is, but the Carrot Garden is going to be one of the best spots for grinding. And I mean, that does make sense since a lot of the fish there actually do have pretty high XP given compared to, mostly anything else you can get. Now, the next thing to look at is what your, time-wise, how long you're wanting to do this. So there aren't really many ways you can boost this. I do know you can get things like crates and get potions and all that and further push that luck, but realistically, you don't want to go too crazy. But once again, you will still be able to grind levels really fast. Now, I will show you in a second where the Carrot Garden is, and once again, what I used, because I got a ton of XP right off the bat and was able to, get real good progress from then on. But for the most part, there aren't really many tricks, besides just taking your time. So next thing is going to be, gosh, that is bright, you want to go to. So I'm going to quickly spawn in a boat. Now, another thing to note is you can get the increased XP gain by 2x. I will actually be giving this away in, that and a few aquarium ones. So you can comment down below what you want. If you want an aquarium, thing that'll give you a bunch of XP, or if you want the game pass, make sure comment that down below which one you want and your Roblox username, and leave a like, and I will enter you into the giveaway. But for the first part, pretty much to get over here, you're just going to come over to Mushgrove to the back side and just down over here towards the wall. Now on the back side, there will be all these carrots. If you know where these are, there's just this little thing right here. So you'll click crawl and then you'll be in the Carrot Garden. So this is going to be one of the better spots you can use. I don't use it really much on this account because this account, I mean, most of it was from their stuff, but there's also a rod in here you can buy. It's not too expensive and you can just fish in here. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for the video. You just got to keep grinding at a certain point, but that's pretty much it. This helped you out. Make sure to leave a like and I'll see you on the next one.